So I've come here many times over the last 6 months. I do rural locums in BC after 25 years of general practice, and this place is #1 on my list. It's got all the virtues that I see from my experience that I would want in a place. In fact, 25 years ago I checked out a town just over the way to see if I would start practice in this valley, and the reason I didn't come here was because there was a physician here already. Otherwise I would have checked it out too. It's always been on my list because it's just for its location, its potential for recreation and its beauty and many other things. But my take is that if you want a place to practice where you have an intact group that you can develop a therapeutic alliance with, I can't see a better place than this. The villagers or the group here is welcoming. They have a consciousness for wellness that's fairly attractive. The amount of narcotic use or alcohol abuse is very limited, and the physicians who have been here have kept a lid on it. And this place is open because it's been a couple of years without a regular doctor. There's been a series of contract people who have come and gone who have actually doctored it well, but it's now a new slate for someone to come into. And if you see how you develop as a physician over the years, the prime thing that you need to do is to see people from the beginning to the end of their illness. And you need a community like this or a place that's intact for that to happen. Fractured care that happens in walk-in clinics or even in an urban center where you give your sick people up to an emergency department or specialist group leaves you never really knowing the full transition of how an illness works or how you get insight into how to get someone better. And that kind of polishing that happens over the years is really one of the most satisfying things about medicine. And whether you want to call it a pursuit of knowledge or a pursuit of wisdom or a pursuit of just excellence, it's not so easy to find a place that's of this quality to start that procedure or start that path. And wouldn't you say that, Fen?
Yeah, and I agree. But like Dan here, I've been doing locums throughout BC and in northern Canada. The difference between him and I is I actually made the decision to move here and base my locums out of here. Based on basically the physical beauty, the town, the level of volunteerism, the people here, which I found really attractive. If I was 10, 15 years younger, I would be working here full time, but I'm now at a point in my career that I want to continue to do locums in different areas. But can foresee this would be a great place to practice. As Dan said, it's a good community. It's a community that is relatively well educated. It's got a wide variety of patients from huge different or varied backgrounds. Every time that door opens in my office, I'm looking forward to whoever comes in because there's such a variety. And I think you found the same.
I did. I've had some great conversations here. And in fact, it's sometimes very hard to stay on track. But you know, one of the other gems is yesterday I was at the used bookstore here in town, and for 30 years I've poked around looking for this obscure haiku poet named Issa. He's a Japanese guy from the 17th century. And Ian, the guy, shows up with 2 books that there are only 24 in the entire world. And he sells them to me at a budget price, and they're absolutely priceless. I've been looking for this book for, like I said, years. And it's just one of these things of why would it ever show up in Kaslo, you know? I'm playing the Irish wooden flute after years of looking for a teacher, and there's a guy in Kaslo that plays the same bloody instrument. I mean, it's that kind of niche that there's such a wide variety of people here that the unexpected is always available.
And you know, you can really see that if you see some of the after hours or, you know, the sort of shows and the entertainers that are brought in. I mean, they vary everything from country western to bluegrass, and then last winter we had a world-renowned concert cellist play, and this wasn't playing in a big hall. This is someone who has played in Carnegie Hall, has played all over, but we're in a little church hall with about 30 people. He was in the front interacting with the entire group. It was unbelievable.
Well, I heard that a century ago this place was on the Grand Ole Opry circuit. You know, it was one of the biggest towns in BC.
Yeah, and a couple of the houses here still have that grandeur.
Yeah. It's a place that time has never forgot. It just stays and stays, never really grows, never really goes down. So it just rings well.